Well, Greg, we're in the final stages of the regular season. For teams that are on the outside looking in, what are these final games like?
You have to continue to play hard because GMs are watching these games, seeing who packs it in and who continues to grind. So your future is at stake.
So with Harden on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. On the block, it's Tucker next to Embiid. Tyrese Maxey out there with P, and it's Thibault in at the 3 spot.
In the mid-range, no longer a challenge for Doncic. He has rapidly become one of the best 3-level scorers in the game.
And that one's good, Maxey.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And putting that pressure on the rim, that's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
And some added toughness on the roster, something Philly knew they needed after last year's playoffs. The hope is adding scrappy veterans like P.J. Tucker and DeAnthony Melton will help them further this go-round.
Now here is McGee. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
Executing the plan here early. Still haven't missed a shot.
So for Dallas, their last game, a loss to Indiana.
Yeah, I mean, they had their chances, competed deep into that game, but had a few lulls there that just kind of took them down.
They played pretty solid basketball, but a few miscues is all it takes to turn a win into a loss, especially against a good team.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Tucker kicks to Maxey. And the wing jumper offline.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Here's Doncic. Good D by Embiid.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And the dunk by Embiid.
Now, I understand he's a large human, but the defense has to be better. You can't let Embiid get whatever he wants inside.
Now, here's Bullock. 11 points for him in that last game against Indiana.
And he made a living at the line as well. Got there over and over and did some damage.
Dinwiddie's shot is off. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Now, here's Bullock. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. McGee, the pass to Dinwiddie. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
Yeah, easy call.
First team foul.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
And the question for the Mavs is simple. How do you best build around Luka Doncic? They'll try to answer that in the coming years.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for JaVale McGee. Maxi Kleber comes in for Christian Wood. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Reggie Bullock. And it's Green in for Luka Doncic. And both free throws good for Dinwiddie. And Greg, it just seems for the Mavs it's all about finding the right fit for the role players.
And that's why this team was willing to move on from Porzingis. Going forward, you can see them look a lot like the Harden-era Rockets.
And so Green will bring it up for the Mavericks. 1:29 left in the first quarter of the game. And Finney-Smith gets it to go.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Passes to Harrell. Now Milton. Guarded by Green. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. And the shot goes in.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's Finney Smith. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Green dishes to Dinwiddie. Lets it go with the three. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And the 76ers go the other way with it. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Yeah, they seem unfazed by the hostile environment. I mean, just look at how efficiently they shot the ball.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Dinwiddie passes to Powell. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
The 76ers lead. Here's Harden. An easy 2 points on the layup. Harden's got his second bucket of the night.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Dinwiddie's got 6. Just 4 seconds left to play in the first quarter. That shot, no good. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. 76ers lead by 2. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
In this league, it is so hard scoring in the half court, so you have to run every time you get the opportunity.
Taking a look at the 76ers, the defensive tandem of Thibault and Tucker are the forwards. Harden out there with Tyrese Maxey. And it's Embiid in at the 5 down low. Maxey's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. You talk about a defensive menace. That's Dorian Finney-Smith.
He has a knack for coming up with a big defensive play. Often lines up against the opponent's most important offensive play.
Here's Thibault. After Luka Doncic's bucket, Maxey passes to Tucker. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Craig, Father Time is undefeated, and every player has to make the decision when it's time to retire. How big a factor was age for you?
Well, you don't want to leave anything on the table, but your body will tell you when it's time. I know that was the case for me.
Free throw good. Bullock. JaVale McGee's checked in for Maxi Kleber. He's checked in for Philadelphia. And so Bullock nails both of them.
When you have an MVP caliber player like Joel Embiid, you have to be in win mode now. And the Sixers are doing everything they can to get their big fella to the finals.
Count that bucket. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, P in the last game against Miami got the job done. He picked up 26 points, and he was in a groove all game long, from both the free throw line and behind the arc. A terrific all-around game for him. He really put an effort to fill it up out there and make a difference for his team. Kevin, back to you.
Well, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Expect them to go to him early and often. Don't want to let that hot hand go to waste.
Is it hard, Richard, to balance the present and the future if you're a team like the 76ers?
No, you should have 100% focus on here and now. Why? Because players like Embiid only come around every 20, 30 years in your franchise. So you should just hedge all of your bets and try and get it done while you have the window.
And it feels like that is truly the direction. There's no deviating from it at all.
No, that's the direction. You look at the champions, the Golden State Warriors, the Milwaukee Bucks, the Lakers, they have all done the same thing. They went into win-now mode.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They trail by 1. McGee inside. Embiid's there. Doncic up and in on the layup. Doncic has got 10 points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
That one is good from Joel Embiid.
This is why they feed Embiid. His teammates trust his ability to get the job done.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. And this is the first season matchup for them against this 76ers team.
Yeah, and they got the better of this matchup both times they faced off last season. Do they still have their number?
I don't know, but I do know that they're looking at the possible finals matchups. These are two of the league's most dangerous teams, no doubt.
He's checked in for JaVale McGee. Josh Green comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Reggie Bullock. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Massey's checked in. Harrell comes in for P.J. Tucker. Korkmaz checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Maxey. Wood finds Doncic. And they'll keep possession.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
The 76ers shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
At the line for 1.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Dinwiddie passes to Doncic. Six to shoot. And the dunk by Powell.
He's just adept at gutting the defense in these sets. Give Doncic a passing lane, and he'll thread the needle.
Here's P. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, G.A. He really does put pressure on you.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
And here are the Mavericks now after the Sixers pick up 2. Green in the post. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Massey, the pass to Pete. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. 4-point game. Doncic bounce pass. Pass to Dinwiddie. Shoots the three. Rebound by Harrell. 76ers have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Korkmaz. No points in the game hit for him. Three-pointer. Again from deep. The three-pointer good from P. Now it's a 7-point 76ers lead. 12 seconds left in the first half. Doncic with it. From deep three-point range, it's deflected. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And we'll be back with you shortly. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. A fantastic game from P in this one.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
The backcourt pair will be Doncic and Dinwiddie. Wood out there with Reggie Bullock, and it's McGee in at the center position. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. You spent 2 seasons, Richard, with LeBron James in Cleveland. What was it like to play with LeBron?
Well, I like to think that LeBron was playing with me the entire time. That's the way I viewed it, but it was amazing.
I should have reworded that. I'm sorry, my mistake.
Thank you. I think LeBron James was outstanding to play with just from a camaraderie standpoint, and he always wanted to make the right pass, which, you know, for pundits, they complain about it, but for a teammate, you love it. You love playing with a guy that tries to play the right way night in and night out.
His understanding of the game must be off the charts, correct?
It is so ridiculous the way that he just sees the game before it's happening. He is easily one of the smartest players that I have ever been around.
Now, here's Maxey. After the miss from JaVale McGee.
McGee just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
You know, they don't want to give the ball handlers any room.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Dinwiddie kicks to McGee. Shot clock at 6. Here's Bullock. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
Off to a bit of a slow start in the second half. 0 for 3 so far.
Well, Greg, what can you say about Joel Embiid's growth from a leadership perspective? Pretty impressive, isn't it?
Tremendous, Kevin. Carrying the Sixers with everything they went through. Even though he came in second in MVP voting 2 years in a row, no player more important to his team than Joel Embiid. And I feel like one of the more underrated aspects of Embiid's game is his passing.
He understands that teams are going to bring 2, sometimes 3. You have to make quick decisions with the ball when that happens. Embiid, he embraces that challenge.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Luka Doncic. The free throw drops for Embiid.
Shooting over 80% from the line during his career. Embiid is not only one of the best free throw shooting centers in the league today, he's one of the best all time.
Here's Finney-Smith. And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Dinwiddie against Harden. The shot by Kleber, wide open.
An ominous start to the second half. They are now 0 for 4.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Pass to Tucker. Thybulle with the ball. Sinks the triple. Thybulle's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Dallas calls timeout.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Yeah, we can see over here. The coach, he has some choice words for his team. Words we cannot repeat.
Get out of your seats and on your feet for the P-Town Crew.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Dinwiddie passes to Finney-Smith. Now here's Bullock. Buries it from three-point range. Bullock's got 5 points so far.
And from beyond the arc, he puts a stop to that 12-0 run by the Sixers.
Up top, Maxey. He's guarded by Bullock. Here's Thybulle. And he uses the glass on the layup. Thybulle's got 5 points in the quarter.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Bullock. He's got 5. Beyond the arc. Hits it from three-point range. Bullock's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Dallas. To the middle. Here's Embiid. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
By the looks of it, the Hall of Fame class of 2023, Richard, should be loaded. A lot of big names could be headed to Springfield, Massachusetts.
Yeah, it's going to be beautiful to see 2 of the biggest rivalries, San Antonio and Dallas. Tony Parker and Dirk Nowitzki are on the ballot. And then there's Mr. Wade, Dwayne Wade. We know about that. So there's going to be a lot of rings walking into that ceremony.
A lot of rings indeed. Powell, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Green comes in for Reggie Bullock. Philadelphia also making some changes. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Shake Milton comes in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Maxey. And Embiid drops them both. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Finney-Smith kicks to Dinwiddie. Out to the right wing. Finney-Smith passes to Dinwiddie. Just 5 on the clock. Fades back. Powell trying to free himself up. And the nice bucket inside from Kleber.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
Melton passes to Embiid. Count it. Embiid's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Substitution on the
Deciding to change it up. For Dallas, they have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
Shooting 1.
That's good from McGee. Here's Harden. With 1 on the clock. He can't get that one to fall. And so it's Philadelphia cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Dallas shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. So with Harden on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. On the block, it's Tucker next to Embiid. Maxey out there with P, and it's Thibault in at the small forward. They grab their own miss. Tries again. And he lays it up and in.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Doncic dishes to Green. Now here's Bullock. Guarded closely. Rebounded by Tucker.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. They're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the 76ers?
Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Embiid. We're seeing a lot of pretty lively pregame dance routines from the players. You got any of that in your repertoire, say, before we begin a broadcast?
Oh, Kevin, I think pretty soon we should work out a few sequences, get ourselves fired up. You game?
No. Come on, Greg. I'm not sure about that. But you go ahead and do it. And Embiid drops them both. So it's the Mavericks now. Dinwiddie outside.
Substitution on the
Checked in for
court.
Dallas.
Dallas
Then for the
line for your
76ers, Reedy's checked in for Joel Embiid. Korkmaz comes in for Maxey. And it's P in for Shake Milton. The free throw off from McGee. Philadelphia's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the 76ers.
2 great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And counting tonight's game on the season, they'll now have won 57 games this year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for P.
And his playmaking is what stood out to me, effortlessly creating for his teammates.
And the foul on P. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Getting another opportunity here to see that powerful rejection.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Now at the line for your Mavericks, Luka Doncic. At the line for 2.
First one falls for him.
A generational talent. Doncic able to carry a team and make others around him better.
Both free throws good from Doncic. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth. And so the 76ers can now just hold on to the ball. Here's P. Guarded by Doncic. Here's P. Nice D from Doncic. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.